Jack has finally tracked down his daughter Minji, but she's fallen into the hands of Chairman Ju. In the previous episode's closing moments, Minji was on the verge of escaping the cold storage warehouse when Goldtooth, standing guard at the entrance, spots her, forcing her to duck back inside and hide. Meanwhile, guided by one of Goldtooth's own men, a frantic Jack finally arrives at the warehouse, only to run into a squad Goldtooth has stationed to ambush Chairman Ju. With no other option, Jack stuffs the man into a shipping container and demands they settle this fast. Within minutes, dozens of Goldtooth's men lie defeated. Just as Jack prepares to head into the warehouse, trouble strikes. It's Agent 66, the assassin sent by North Korea to kill him. Jack has no interest in a drawn-out fight. His only priority is finding his daughter, so this confrontation needs to end quickly. He leaps down from the container, and the two clash with short blades, their shadows locked together on the ground below. After several exchanges, Jack proves the better fighter, slicing his opponent's arm. But Agent 66 takes this as an insult. Before Jack can react, he throws everything he has into a counterattack. Still, the gap in skill is too wide, and Jack ultimately subdues him completely. But Jack doesn't finish him off, because he's realized who this man really is. Years earlier, Jack was recruited into the intelligence agency alongside Agent 66's older brother, Park Youngwang, both taken in by an operative named Old Lee. Jack remembers vividly how devoted Youngwang was to his little brother back then. During their brutal training, Youngwang became Agent 66 and Jack became Agent 73. Together they endured years of grueling training, emerging as elite operatives, until a mission went wrong when they hit a trap, and their entire unit was nearly wiped out in an explosion that shattered both of Youngwang's legs. As enemies closed in relentlessly, Jack, refusing to be captured alive, was about to turn his gun on himself, but Youngwang stopped him, insisting he fight to survive no matter what, before drawing his final breath. His friend's dying words moved Jack deeply and gave him the will to keep living. After being recruited by South Korea, Jack made a decision to honor the friend who'd saved his life. He adopted the codename 66 for himself, determined to live on in Youngwang's place. Meanwhile, back at the warehouse, Goldtooth tries every trick to get Minji to open the door, but she refuses to fall for any of it. Remembering the price her father paid for her safety, she's determined to survive. Just then, a heavy rain begins to fall, and a groan echoes nearby. Startled, Goldtooth looks up to see one of his men, who'd secretly fled during Jack's fight, rushing back to warn him that Minji's father has arrived. At that moment, noise sounds from the warehouse entrance. Goldtooth immediately decides to kill Minji first, reasoning it's the only way he can still leverage Chairman Ju. He creeps cautiously into the warehouse, unaware it's exactly what Minji planned. She subdues him and slips out immediately. Elsewhere, having just learned the truth from Jack, Agent 66 erupts in fury, insisting Jack killed his own brother. Jack offers no defense, simply absorbing the blow. When Jack was first recruited to the South, the head of the Southern Intelligence Agency had finally revealed the truth of that mission to him. They'd all been nothing but bait set up by Old Lee, the North's second-in-command. Their entire unit sacrificed as pawns in a larger power struggle. Hearing this now, Agent 66 freezes in shock. By the time Jack walks away, he makes no further move to attack. Wandering aimlessly among the shipping containers, unaware his daughter is nearby, Jack eventually reaches the warehouse and finds one of the henchmen collapsed at the entrance. Just then, Chairman Ju's convoy arrives, and his men begin searching the area. Minji recognizes him immediately as Hyri's father. Jack pushes into the warehouse, calling out Minji's name as he searches every corner, and finds Goldtooth lying defeated. The next moment, he spots something Minji left behind, and freezes completely. His daughter is alive, and clever enough to have taken down Goldtooth herself. He simply arrived a moment too late. Jack bursts out of the warehouse, shouting her name into the storm. Minji faintly hears a voice calling out, and for a moment, thinks it might be her father. But she quickly dismisses the thought. Jack has always seemed so ordinary, so timid. Why would he come rushing out here in the dead of night? Convinced she's mistaken, she keeps running, unaware of just how close he actually is, standing right above her, atop a container. In the next instant, he finally spots her, but the rain is falling too hard for his voice to carry. Father and daughter miss each other by mere feet. Reaching the roadside, Minji finally spots a passing car and waves desperately, shouting for help, but no one dares stop. By the time Jack reaches the road, she's already gone. Scanning the area, he notices security cameras nearby and immediately calls the intelligence agency, find his daughter, and he'll turn himself in. Unwilling to let Jack spiral out of control, they have little choice but to comply. But the head of South Korea's intelligence agency has his own agenda. Recognizing Minji as Jack's weakness, he decides to use her as leverage to force Jack's surrender. In the next moment, Minji is finally spotted, but it's Chairman Ju who finds her first, finally within reach of eliminating the evidence of his daughter's crime for good. Next episode, Jack goes head-to-head with Chairman Ju. See you tomorrow.